welcome to part 17 of the RevSim Virtual Coffee Break series. In just a minute, I'm going to turn things over to Wolfgang Gintz of the Ubercloud, who's going to take you through a case study about assessing impacts of helicopter operations, as you see by the title there. Before we get into that, I just want to give you a real quick run-through of the RevSim initiative. RevSim.org. If you have not yet been, I encourage you to visit the site. There, in addition to these case studies, which you'll find under the Resources tab, you'll find some information. You'll find articles. You'll find webinars. You'll find our newsletter. You'll also see a list of upcoming events from vendors, from organizations. If you happen to have an event, if you happen to have something that you want to contribute to the site, I encourage you to contact me. You'll see a Contact Us button on the side. Get a hold of me. Let me know about your event. Let me know if you've got some content you'd like to offer to the site, and I can talk to you about how you can be more involved with that, as well as, again, here are the community stakeholders. In addition to yourself, there are moderators such as Wolfgang Allen, who you've been hearing from during this series. There are, of course, industry organizations. There are solution providers, and there are users like yourself. So I encourage you to take a look at the site and be involved. So with that, I'm going to turn things over to Wolfgang, and we'll get right into it.
Yeah, thank you, Alan, for the introduction. Thank you, Bob, for the introduction. Thanks a lot. And as you already mentioned, now this is about our Team 99, about North Sea Asset Life Extension, assessing impacts on helicopter operation. And the end user is Atkins Energy in the UK. And the use case is about simulating the airflow over an offshore platform using CDR Dubcos. Today it's with Siemens Star CCM Plus. And it's about determining the change in conditions within the helideck landing area as a result of, for example, geometrical changes, physical changes, weather changes, and also stemming from a life extension project here in this concrete case on an existing North Sea asset. High temperature sources like exhausts from power generation equipment, for example, can result in significant variations in temperature over the top side, depending on atmospheric wind conditions and also upwind structures, which generate downwind turbulences. And this can result in really highly increased pilot workloads for helicopter operations on the platform, and are of particular importance during especially takeoff and landing. Therefore, the Civil Aviation Authority maintains published guidelines on the variation of temperature and turbulence, as well as the presence of flammable gases within the helideck zone. And now in the next slide, the end user is described. They selected a project for trialing this technique using the cloud for especially on-demand different runs, simulations, to get faster answers than they would get on their in-house equipment. CDR Dubco then, today, as I mentioned, they are together with Siemens. They agreed to provide 100 hours of power on demand licensing, so they call it tokens, for this project. This licensing structure is measured in time, but does not limit the amount of processing cores per hour. And this is a real benefit, especially which CDR Dubco provides for the cloud. For example, a job using 1 core for 1 hour or a job using 1,000 cores for 1 hour would each use one single power on demand hour, respectively, token. And also, quite comfortably, This license is then accessed through CDRWCO/Siemens own license server. In addition to completing the project scope, Atkins also generated some speed benchmark data on larger numbers, of course, than available in-house, simply to compare the speed up which they can achieve with powerful compute resources in the cloud. Note that StarCCM Plus is a complete package, including pre- and post-processing alongside the solver. Therefore, for this project, all pre- and post-processing was automated, and all simulations were just performed in batch. So there was no interactive usage necessary, which, for example, a containerized StarCCM Plus solution would also provide, so fully interactive and batch usage. So on the next slide then, we see the kind of a final summary. First, we see a very nice picture, obviously, from one of the results of the simulation. As you can see, highly complex geometries and also resulting in complex airflows as a challenge for the helicopter very often. So the result of this project was that Atkins decided to use cloud in an opportunistic basis whenever they need more hardware than they have in-house, and also in overflow situations where they have more and more workload in-house, many jobs, many simulations at once. They decided to use the cloud as an additional compute resources. And they found really out that cloud is very efficient in especially well-established workflows. So more complex workflows are provided, some fine-tuning, some manual optimizing, etc., in the cloud, which could take a few days. Then, so for ad hoc simulations, they found that standard workflows work the best for them. And if an HPC on-demand service is to be used regularly, it's worth the investment and time to implement a very nice slick process in the cloud, which they can then use forever and ever, and which is indeed then accessible on demand at your fingertips, so to speak. And the time required to do this should always be taken into account, especially when the workflow is more complex. So they found out that it can take a few days then to prepare simulations like this, and there are still some pros and cons in using external resources, but they found out that for standard things, for standard simulations, for them cloud works really best. And if you want to know more details about this case study, then you see the link in the slide where you can access this full case study then. Okay, so that was the case study, and here at the end I want to mention that if you want to learn more about not only our case studies, but especially about revolution in simulation, then join us, go to our website please. You can register, and as Bob mentioned in the very beginning, you can access a lot of good simulation material over there, and you can also, with the other two links here, access case studies from OSC and also from UberCloud, and register for our newsletters, which regularly inform you about our latest and greatest projects. And with that, I thank you very much, and this was Alan, Bob, and myself, Wolfgang.